Did you know that you can live in the mountains, have a horse property, or even live on the lake or golf course in Las Vegas? Check out this video and we'll show you how you can do it. Hey guys, it's Justin with the Moody Olson team along with my partner Mike. Today we really wanted to show you some of the more unique home styles that we have in Las Vegas. Most people associate Las Vegas, of course, with gambling and the hotels, and people are starting to learn more about our great communities away from the Strip. The standard, single-family homes, apartments, duplexes, and townhomes. Today, though, we really wanted to focus on some of the unique things that you can get in Las Vegas that maybe you didn't know about. I know that when I first moved here, I didn't realize that Vegas had so much to offer. So today we're going to walk you through a few properties that you may be interested in or may just surprise you that are here. So we took a select few properties, not all of them, but just wanted to show you a few examples of the types of homes that you can get here in Las Vegas. So let Mike and I show you some unique style homes that you may not have known existed in Las Vegas. Mike, what is Vegas known for?
So Vegas is really known for the mid-90s, early 2000s Tuscan style homes with the big archways and the beige or tan stucco, and it's just a really dated look nowadays, and we have so many of these homes here in town because of the building boom that happened in that time frame. Just really filled the town with a lot of cookie cutter looking homes. I mean, I'll be honest with you, the house that we're sitting in right now, my home is one of those homes. And it's a great house. I love it for me and my family, but I'm also looking forward to, after the kids are out of the house, moving into something that has a little bit more character, something that's a little bit more unique. So like Justin said, we really do have some great home styles here in town that you may not be aware of if you haven't spent time driving around and seeing what's out there. So today we're going to bring you some of those. So what do you got for us, Justin?
Well, today we're going to start with something a little bit typical. In most big cities, you can find golf course homes. And Vegas has a ton of golf courses, so obviously there's going to be a lot of homes around them. These homes that we're going to show you today, though, are a little bit more unique. The first one is just a beautiful home. It's listed for under $2 million. And as you can see, this home really has a lot to offer. It's a beautiful exterior shot of the home. I really like it when they do kind of the twilight photos, so you can get an idea of, especially if you work, that's what time you're coming home.
Sure.
That's what your home's going to look like when you come home, and it just looks relaxing. A lot of these homes are going to be in the larger size, over 2,500 square feet. They do have smaller ones at better prices as well.
I mean, if you're buying a golf course home, chances are you're buying something more on the luxury side of things. Yes. You're probably in that $750,000 or up range. So you're going to expect larger properties. You're going to expect more square footage. You're going to expect higher end amenities and higher end finishings. Yeah. So, I don't know a lot of people who come to us and they say, hey, we're bargain hunting, but find us something on the golf course.
Now, if you want something on the golf course, but you do have a lower budget, we can help you with that.
For sure.
We can get you into a golf course home closer to the $500,000 range, maybe a little bit above. So that is definitely an option because there is so much variety in the golf course community homes here.
There really is, yeah. So there's a couple of communities where you can get in that mid 500 range, and then there's several communities where you're not touching anything for less than $1 million. It
Absolutely.
Just depends on which golf course and what style of home.
And how big? Yeah, absolutely. So let's take a look at some of the pictures of this home. This home is on Revere Golf Course in Henderson, which Henderson's its own city, and Revere is just a really nice golf course. As you can see, this house has a beautiful backyard. I mean, I want to be there right now.
I would love to be in that backyard right now. It's got a great outdoor kitchen, a really nice pool with a waterfall feature, and some great outdoor seating. Yep. Yeah, that's a really well done backyard.
Yeah, and I kind of dig the contrast of even the furniture they did against the white with the red. It's just, it makes it a little bit more modern looking. So, I mean, you can see you have some great walkways and paths inside your own home and property. Oh, that's always nice, and that's not very usual for Vegas. And obviously, they like red.
They do like red. A lot of pops of color in this home.
Yes, absolutely. So as you can see, it's a pretty modern looking kitchen. I don't know about you, Mike, but I'm definitely more of the dark wood when it comes to the cabinets.
It just depends on the overall theme of the kitchen. I do like dark wood. I also like color in the kitchen. So like say the kitchen that I had in my previous home before I bought this one, we actually had these really nice kind of forest green cabinets. Okay. And we thought that looked really good against the granite countertops that we had in there.
I do like that. The forest green is nice. Even some blues is great. I'm very anti-white kitchen.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this is your patio, and one of the things that is a must here in Vegas and something that I love is having ceiling fans on your patio.
Yeah, absolutely. I have a ceiling fan on my patio. That's great.
And it can bring the temperature down, anywhere from 5 to 10 degrees, and just gives you that breeze. So it makes it much more pleasant when you're sitting out there when it's 100 degrees. And obviously you have beautiful views from your patio because, especially if you love golf, you're going to be right on the course, which is great. And maybe you can pick up some free Pro V1s.
Maybe, as long as they don't get lodged in the side of my house. That's always my concern with a golf course house. I'll tell you why I would like to have a golf course house. I always thought that it would be fun to sit out in my backyard with my morning coffee and chirp at the guys when they miss their putts.
That would be great. I would enjoy that too. That would be a lot of fun. But I mean, you can see this is, Revere's a beautiful golf course. It's one of the more, I don't want to say luxurious golf courses in town, but it's definitely one of the nicer courses in town. I've played it twice, and I have several friends that have played there a lot, and I've never heard anybody say they didn't like this course.
So, hey Justin, so let's go ahead and look, like we talked about at the beginning of the video, you don't have to spend over $1 million to have a home on the golf course. Do you have something that is a bit more affordable, maybe under $750,000?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's actually one of our favorite styles of home, mid-century modern.
I love mid-century modern, classic Vegas.
Yes.
I want to feel like Frank Sinatra used to live in my house.
Exactly. Or maybe his ghost is still there.
Maybe. His ghost is definitely still there when I drink enough whiskey.
There you go. Vegas has an eclectic group of homes, obviously, eclectic styles of homes. And as you get to those older homes built in the late 50s and in the 60s, the style was just there. Especially if you like those old Vegas style movies, if you like that Vegas style nostalgia, there's definitely some great homes in there. I'll show you one right now. It's over on Las Vegas National Golf Course, which is an historic course.
Yeah, so where you would most likely know it from is if you've seen the movie Casino.
Yep.
That is the golf course that is featured in the movie, and actually the home that Robert De Niro's character lives in that movie is located on that golf course, actually about a block from the home that we're going to show you right now.
And they even put a plaque up there. Yep. By every tee, when you're golfing next to or you're teeing off next to a famous home, they have a plaque at the tee box to tell you this is home, was this or that, which is kind of cool to kind of get that nostalgia. So it's an older neighborhood. These homes are going to be built in the late 50s and the early 60s. They're just fantastic. Most of them at this point in time, most of them have been modernized and redone. As you can see in the picture, the backyard and the swimming pool area is just luxury.
Yeah, absolutely.
I mean, just absolute luxury in this home. It is listed for $680,000. So it's significantly less. So it makes it much more affordable. You're getting that golf course living. So let's take a look at some of these pictures so that you can get an idea of what Mike and I mean by mid-century modern. Again, great pool area, love the lights. If you could see in the background, you can actually see the strip.
Yeah.
Which is always a cool view.
Yeah, they really did a great job on this home when it came to not just renovating it, but also maintaining the aesthetic that, somebody who's going to buy a home like this is looking for.
Yep. So there's a good view of the front of the home. Again, mid-century modern. It's going to be usually brick or rock. It's not going to be stucco. The carports, I always crack up when I see a carport. You just don't see those often in homes anymore. But that's a pretty solid view of the inside. As you can see, the kitchen has been modernized.
Yeah, great backsplash.
I doubt that looked like that in 1963.
Well, that refrigerator certainly wasn't there.
But you know what? The refrigerator that was there, I bet is still running.
I bet it is. It's probably avocado green.
It is probably avocado green. You can see they modernized it. They put the marble flooring down. They went with the white to really make the home feel bigger as well. And not often do you walk into a large home like this and you have the kitchen right almost off the front door.
Yeah, and you know what? It's a small kitchen, but it's still a great space.
Yes.
And I really like the countertop. I mean, you guys know, if you've watched any of our home walkthrough videos, I love a countertop with the bar stools on it. And I think that they just did a fantastic job with this home. Full disclosure, guys, I've actually looked at this home and considered buying it myself. So, if you suddenly see it not on the market anymore,
this is true.
maybe.
We'll share his address so you can all come jump in the pool. And again, those windows, you don't see those type of windows anymore either.
No, you really don't.
The large kind of triangular windows.
And you notice those windows are frosted on the top to help cut down on the glare from the sun, which is a really nice touch too.
Very nice touch. The living area, I mean, we talked about the small kitchen. The living area looks like it provides plenty of room.
Yeah, and look at that fireplace that you can see through to the dining room.
Yeah, you don't see that much anymore. You really don't see a lot of fireplaces in general anymore.
No, you don't.
And I'm wondering if that's a wood burning. Considering the year it was built, it might be.
I did photos for a home 2 days ago that had 2 wood burning fireplaces.
Oh, yeah, see, that's very rare. And just a pro tip, guys, if you come out, even if you don't work with Mike and I, and you guys buy a mid-century and it has a wood burning fireplace, as part of your home inspection, make sure that you get the fireplace and the chimney inspected. A lot of times with these older homes, those chimneys aren't used very often, and they end up becoming rats' nests or birds' nests, and that can cause a huge, huge problem the first time you go to light the fire. All right, so just keep that in mind. And then as you can see, living on the golf course has more benefits than most. And if you're an avid golfer, you get a little built-in practice area. I don't know if Vegas National appreciates it, but it's there for you. So you have the gate just leads right onto the golf course, which is awesome.
I would definitely be out there chipping in the evening after the players had all gone home for the day.
Absolutely.
So
I might even run over to a green and practice some putting.
I know, right?
But yeah, so I mean, it's just a really nice benefit to have when you're living in these type of areas. As you can see, the backyard is set up, for family, for fun, having a good time.
All right, Justin. So we've seen 2 houses now. One that is a more modern golf course home, and then we've hit a twofer here where we showed you that you could not only have a golf course home, but you could also have a mid-century modern home. What else? How about a mountain cabin? Can you get a mountain cabin in the Las Vegas Valley?
You can live in the mountains.
All right.
With snow surrounding you 3 months of the year.
Show me.
So you may or may not know that Las Vegas has a mountain community. It's Mount Charleston, the Lee Canyon area. And Mike and I have yet to do a video of it. We will this year, this winter, we promise. We will show you snow in Las Vegas. Maybe we'll even get Mike to build a snowman because he does love doing that.
Do you want to build a snowman?
I do. Only with you. So in Mount Charleston, you have these beautiful cabins. I mean, amazing cabins. So we wanted to take a look at one right now. And these cabins are actually fairly affordable if you think about it. I've had family and friends own cabins in California and Utah. I have friends and family that own cabins in Idaho. And these cabins can be in the millions of dollars.
This is a 4-bedroom, 4-bath.
Yeah.
2,900 square foot cabin in the mountains for $770,000.
Yes.
That's pretty good value.
And it's beautiful.
And you're what, 45 minutes from downtown Vegas? Maybe an hour?
Yeah, we're about 40 minutes from your house right now.
Okay.
It's take us about 40 minutes to get there.
So hour to downtown, hour to the strip, hour 15 maybe tops?
I would say an hour and 15 to the airport.
Yeah, that's not bad at all.
So keep in mind, guys, Mount Charleston, again, only an hour and 15 minutes from the airport. On the hottest summer days here in Vegas, Mount Charleston is going to be 20 to 25 degrees cooler than it is in Las Vegas. So if you wanted to live in Las Vegas but have that cooler environment, Mount Charleston might be the place for you. And if you want to live in that log cabin style, I mean, take a look at this beautiful home. Let's take a look at some of these pictures.
There's 87 of them.
This is like a dream for me, guys. I love this living area. I love that huge fireplace. That is someplace, what you don't see in this room is a TV. And I would never put a TV in this room. This is a room that I would just get lost in that fireplace.
Yeah, that's a room for reading a good book and drinking a good whiskey.
Yeah, and hopefully just dumping snow outside. That would be perfect. I could see myself enjoying something like that, but still wanting to drive down to the valley when I needed to and enjoy Las Vegas.
Absolutely.
So, I mean, it's not a fancy kitchen, but it's a large kitchen. This is a 4-bedroom home, so more than likely you're going to have friends and family come visit you. You're going to want a large space to cook and just entertain in general. I don't know about your family, but when we have get-togethers, it's always in the kitchen. Everybody ends up in the kitchen. This is going to provide you plenty of space. It's been updated. You can tell it's more of a modern kitchen, the stainless steel appliances, so you don't have to worry about cooking off of a rustic old
wood-burning stove?
Yeah, I mean, those are great and nice, but you want a little convenience of having a gas stove, and more than likely it's going to be hooked up to a propane tank.
Yeah, and plenty of countertop space in there as well, especially
Absolutely.
with that island, lots of area for prep work, and again, with the seating in the kitchen, which I really appreciate. Yeah, just a great space.
Yeah, absolutely. So, we've already shown you 3 styles of home in Vegas that you may or may not have known about. I bet you the log cabin caught you by surprise. And there's not just one, there are hundreds up there. There's great communities up there. I've known people who've lived in Mount Charleston or who own homes in Mount Charleston, and they say that it is really a tight-knit community. They take care of each other.
Yeah, and I have heard the same thing as well, and nothing but good things about Mount Charleston.
Yeah.
So let me ask you this. I know that you're more of a rural guy,
Absolutely.
that you like to be out in the country, and so this log cabin is a dream for you.
Mm-hmm.
I, on the other hand, like a little hustle and bustle.
You are an urbanite.
I am an urbanite. I'm unapologetic about it. So what if I want to be right in the middle of the action? I want to be right where everything is going down. I want walking distance to great bars and restaurants and great entertainment. What have you got for me here in Las Vegas?
I knew you were going to ask me that, so I did put some special things in here specifically for you.
I appreciate that.
I mean, if you're from New York or, big city like that, you're probably used to high-rise living and having that hustle and bustle that you love.
Well, surely there's no high-rise living in Las Vegas.
Vegas has got you covered. So you have several different towers here. You have Turnberry, you have Harmon, you have Platinum. There's a dozen towers here that are going to give you that urban living.
Trump
Tower. So one of my favorite high-rise communities is Turnberry. They're the tallest high-rises in town, and they are just absolutely beautiful. So I picked one here that is on the 36th floor.
Nice. If you're going to live in a high-rise, you might as well get up there and get that view. Like, who wants to live on the third floor of a high-rise?
Exactly, and take a look at that view.
Yeah, fantastic.
Now
love that. I love that Westgate sign, by the way.
Yes, I do too. It's very iconic. Now, this home, being on the 36th floor, what do you think that you would pay for 1,400 square feet in a city like New York?
Oh, in a city like New York, $5 million?
Yes, $700,000.
Yeah, that's crazy.
$700,000 for 1,400 square feet, 2 bedrooms, 2 baths. Now, you are going to have a higher HOA here.
Of course.
But let me tell you what you get with a high-rise living at Turnberry. You get full concierge service. So it's a gated community, so you have to have access to the gated community. Then it has also got a doorman and concierge to park your car, take your groceries up to your home. They'll even come up to your home and walk your dog.
That is a convenience that would be appreciated.
They have on-site dry cleaning. They have a restaurant in 2 of the 3 towers. Full gym access, beautiful pool areas. Everything you'd need and want, everything you would expect in a $5 million condo or townhome in Las Vegas in a high-rise, you can get right here in Las Vegas.
And another thing to think about, guys, if you're thinking about buying something in the downtown area in a high-rise, is that not all of them, but several of these high-rise buildings have vacation rental programs.
Yes.
So that when you are out of town, you can put your property into the vacation rental program and use it as an income generating property. Or more commonly, people buy these homes as vacation homes, which then earn them income through the vacation rental program, and then you simply block out the times when you're going to be in town, so that instead of staying in the hotel, you're moving into your own condo for the period of time that you're here in town. And when you pack up and leave, it goes back to making you money.
Yep. Especially the ones that have rental program, they're going to have what's called an owner's closet or an owner's room. So when you leave for an extended period of time and you know it's going to be in the program, you'd put your personal belongings, things that you don't want people to see or mess with, you'll put it in the owner's room, and that locks, and only you and probably the concierge have the key.
Yes.
All right, so keep that in mind. But let's take a look at some of these pictures, because I haven't been up to Turnberry in a while, and it is just gorgeous. So as you can see, being 36 floors up, you're going to get a great view. Turnberry is just east of the Strip, about a block off of Paradise. So you really get, to take advantage of some really nice views. And you're far enough away from the airport that you're not going to get a lot of air traffic. Now, on the weekends, you will see helicopters probably below you.
I'm sure.
Doing the helicopter tours of the Strip. But again, with that view, it's worth putting up with a little helicopter noise.
So if you guys are familiar with the Strip, you can see that large blue building off to the right side of the screen. That's going to be the Fontainebleau, and then just beyond that, those gold buildings would be the Wynn and Encore. Mm-hmm. So that should help you orient yourself. You're going to be towards the north end of the Strip and about a block to the east. So we're actually facing south towards the West Gate, and beyond that would be the airport.
Yes.
So that should kind of show you where you're at in relation to other things in the downtown Las Vegas area.
Yeah. So this is your home. This would be your home. This is Turnberry Towers. There are 3 towers. You can see 2 of them right here. There is a third there, and it's beautiful. It is a beautiful community. It's right off of like Saharan Paradise, so you're almost in the heart of the action. Easy access to the 15 freeway. You're not that far from the 95. And again, you can shoot right down Paradise to get to the airport. And I mean, this is really the only place where you can probably enjoy the F1 races and not get blacked out.
I know, right? And one of the things I appreciate about this is if you're somebody who enjoys going out for a nice meal and maybe you want to have a couple of drinks based on where you're located right here, that Uber ride back and forth to where you're going to have dinner, where you're going to have your drinks, it's only going to be a couple of bucks. It's not going to be, you know, if I want to get an Uber here from where I live up in Centennial Hills and I want to go downtown, I'm looking at 30, 40 bucks each direction, you know, versus maybe 10 bucks each ride because you're only going a few blocks.
So, you know, we talked about the amenities. I wanted to show you that they have the full gym that's included in your HOA. And that's, I believe those gyms are open 24 hours or really close to 24 hours. So, you know, if you're out late or you want to get up early, that gym's going to be there and available for you.
You know, and that's a pretty well appointed gym. I mean, as somebody who does enjoy working out, you have quite a bit in there, more than I would expect for the fitness center at a high-rise, you know, condo building. You have plenty of free weights. I see they have squat machines in there. They have some benches in there. Like, it's way better than what you would normally see at like a hotel or what I would associate with, you know, a fitness center and a community center for an HOA. A lot of times they're very sparsely appointed, very rarely have free weights. So like, I mean, I could get a good workout in that gym, and that's something that I care about greatly. So, not that you can tell.
That makes one of us.
All right, Justin. Let's look at one more type of property. And this, I think, is another one that people may not be expecting.
Yes.
I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but you can live here in the city of Las Vegas and have horses on your land.
Yes.
So let's take a look at some horse properties, Justin.
But don't forget, you know, Las Vegas was a desert town out in the middle of the country. It just happened to be desert country. So there are going to be horse properties. Horse properties have been here longer than the Strip.
Yeah. Ag zoned properties where you can have livestock.
Yes, absolutely. And they're in more places than you would think. There's several locations in Henderson. There's several locations down in South Las Vegas and in far west Blue Diamond area of Las Vegas. And then not too far from here in the Northwest, you have plenty of space and opportunity to have horses.
There are horse properties within a half a mile of where we're sitting right now, and no shortage of them.
Yeah.
Quite a few.
Yeah. I mean, there are a few really older ones, even on Las Vegas Boulevard. But I chose this one because to me, this just, I would buy this property in a heartbeat.
Sure.
And my daughter would love me forever for it because I can put horses and ducks and chickens and anything else that she wanted to pet on this property. So I pulled up the exterior picture because, I mean, that's just, you walk into a home like that, you think this house has horses.
For sure.
It looks like a desert country home. I love the exterior look on it. So I wanted to bring that up and show you guys that picture. Let's take a look at the inside. I do want to talk about a little bit about the zoning and the types of properties that you will get here in Vegas if they are zoned for horses or ag.
Let's take a look real quick, Justin. I'm curious, can you bring up the map and let's show these folks just where this property is in the, So like I said, this little corner of Las Vegas, my home is, let me see the mouse. So like I was saying, I live right here in the northwest corner of town, and I mean, I'm not going to show you guys exactly where I live, but I'm circling the general area. I'm circling the general area right here of where I live, and this property is just right here. So, like I said, within a half mile, horse properties, nice ones, right up here in the northwest.
All right, and so the next picture I want to show you guys is the drone shot of this property. You can see it's just really beautiful. It's got the circular driveway, mountain views. Those are going to be to the northwest of you and to the north of you, because don't forget, Vegas is in a valley. But it's just a beautiful area. You don't see those big trees a lot in Vegas.
No, you don't.
So, you know, you get those big evergreens, the big pines out there. It really does take you away and make you feel like you're not in Vegas anymore, but you still have Vegas as your backyard. One of the other things I love about this house is if you look at the floor plan, all the smaller bedrooms are on one side of the house, and then the primary is basically its own wing.
The primary is basically its own wing, and it looks like you have a absolutely gigantic walk-in primary closet and a dedicated office space on that side of the home, which as somebody who works out of their home is something that I really appreciate.
Yeah, I love my daughter. I love spending time with my daughter. But it would be nice to have a little bit of space, you know, during the day or at night, and have her on the other side of the house, or if I have guests, have them on the other side of the house, so I can still have my own time and my own space. So having those separated bedrooms is just a big plus. And then you have the living area and the kitchen in the middle of the home, so everybody can meet.
Right.
I love that. So, you know, obviously if you're going to have horses, you want to have a little space. So this is plenty of space back here. You can see that it has a pad set up for RV parking. There's plenty of space if you wanted to have a small arena installed so that you can, you know, run the horses, train the horses. You can have all that space. This property does come with some stalls as well as outdoor tack rooms and storage, which really just kind of elevates the whole property. It really brings it to a more professional class of animal keeper.
And when you look at the price of this property, what was it, 1.2 million?
1.2 million.
You're really getting quite a bit of land and property for that price. Now, I understand that's not what most people would consider a bargain. That's still definitely well within the realm of luxury. So don't get me wrong here on what I'm saying, but you are getting quite a bit for that money, and much more than you might get. You know, name another metropolitan city where you could buy horse property in town, in the city limits, with that much land, that much house, for that price.
Absolutely.
It would be quite difficult. Maybe something around the Phoenix area, you might be able to find something like that.
Maybe some of the smaller or outliers of like Dallas or Fort Worth, maybe, but those homes still are going to be really up there.
Yeah, so, you know, when it comes to value for your money, you know, we tell you guys this all the time. We understand that if you're coming from somewhere in the South where the property values tend to be a lot more reasonable, you know, it's not going to necessarily resonate with you as much. But if you're coming from California, or if you're coming from the Pacific Northwest, you know, the prices here in Las Vegas and what you can get for your money, those places just can't compare.
I absolutely agree. I mean, for this price, you're getting 4,100 square feet, just over an acre, single story.
Right.
I mean, that is massive. Now, I will say this with Las Vegas horse properties and rural properties in general, there are a couple things you wanted to consider. You're probably going to be on well water. Mm-hmm. You're probably going to have to use propane. So that's something you want to think about, and more than likely you're going to have septic. Now there are some that, because newer communities were built around it, they may have been hooked up to those city services, but just keep that in mind. So that's it, Mike. I mean, people really don't know that there's such a variety of housing here in Las Vegas, from the type of, your home is beautiful, the type of cookie cutter beautiful home that Mike's in now, you know, subdivided neighborhoods that you could see almost any place in the country, to really unique golf course homes, fantastic mid-century modern homes. There are communities like the Scotch 80s and Section 10 where these are just big, beautiful homes with tons of history. You can have a beautiful horse property and feel like you're living in the country with all the modern conveniences of living in the city. You can have a beautiful mountain cabin where you're going to get cool temperatures year-round, maybe sometimes a little too cool, because you will get snow. Charleston and Lee Canyon are usually going to have snow about 3 months a year. If it's a wetter and colder year like last year, I mean, that snow is up there until late May.
Yeah.
So it really depends on the weather pattern that year. But you can have that type of living. You can have Mike's favorite. You can have that urban living on the 36th floor in the heart of Vegas and just enjoying everything that Vegas has to offer.
You know, I'm going to say that's my second favorite.
Your second favorite?
Yeah, my favorite of all the homes that we looked at, and I mean, I already said something about it earlier. My favorite is the mid-century modern on the golf course. It's still downtown. You're still only minutes from the Strip, only minutes from the airport. And I say minutes, I mean like less than 10.
And that one's like almost right behind the Sphere. So you're really close to the Strip.
That is probably the type of home that is next in the hopper for myself and Stasha after the kids are gone and I don't need all of this space anymore. We're going to downsize. I have a feeling that we're going to try to find something just like that home that we showed. Mid-century modern, built in the 60s, fully upgraded, modern technology.
Yeah.
Like I said, I want it to feel like Sinatra lived there, but I want all the creature comforts of the modern age.
So you want it to feel like Sinatra lived there and George Jetson's moving in?
That is a very accurate description.
Yeah.
You know what? There's another type of home that we didn't mention in this video, and we can maybe just talk a little bit about this as a sneak peek to a video that we need to do here soon. Ultra modern.
They do have some great ultra modern homes that they're building, and I mean they're in so many different price ranges, from like 450 to 500,000 up to
20 million. Yeah.
Yeah, ultra modern is something if you're into the ultra modern look, that's definitely something Vegas has to offer. It's becoming much more popular.
It really is, especially down in Henderson, up in the hills.
Henderson, and even in Southern Highlands, they just started building some. And another one that you just brought to mind, and maybe we'll do a video on those soon, but they very rarely come for sale. So it's hard to get in and video these. There's a community not too far from here, just a little east of here, and it's all Adobe style homes.
They are gorgeous.
Yes, they are.
He's not wrong. It's about 3 blocks from here. There's a community of very, very cool, like New Mexico style Adobe homes.
And there's about 100 homes in there, and very rarely do they come for sale.
You know, there's actually one that's for sale right now, but it is shown by appointment only, with proof of funds in hand before you can even look inside it, because it's a very, very high end home.
So guys, let us know in the comments down below. Did anything surprise you about the homes that we showed you today as far as the style and what you can get in Las Vegas? So comment down below, let us know. Please like and subscribe. Mike, you got anything else?
Yeah, absolutely. Keep in mind, guys, if you guys need lending help, reach out to our partners, Steve Schauer and Linda Vo at Security National Mortgage. They are the best in town. They can help you figure out what you qualify for, what sort of rate you can get, and if you don't qualify for that dream home just yet, they can give you the roadmap to help you get there. Figure out what you need to do to get your credit up to par, save enough money for that down payment, whatever it is you need. Steve and Linda can help you figure it out. They'll give you the roadmap to get from where you are to where you can buy that dream home. When you're ready to buy that dream home, reach out to Justin and I here at the Moody Olson team. Nobody's gonna work harder for you. We're gonna work as hard as we possibly can to help you find your dream home, and then we're gonna negotiate on your behalf to make sure that you get the best value for your dollar that we can possibly get you. If you live here in town and you're selling your home, reach out to us as well. Justin and I love working with sellers. We're going to help you get that home ready and get it on the market for the top dollar that we can get you. We're going to use professional marketing services. We're going to use professional photography, professional videography. We're going to make your house shine, and we're going to get you the absolute most that we can for your home. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit that bell icon so you get notified whenever we put out a new video. We're still putting out 2 every single week. We've also been putting out some shorts, so let us know down in the comments if you like the shorts that we've been putting out. We're going to start putting more of those out. And whether you're moving here next week, next month, or next year, make sure you reach out to me and Justin here at the Moody Olson team. Till next time, guys, I'm Mike.
I'm Justin.
And we're out of here.